Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. All the praises are due to Almighty Allah, and blessings and salutations of Almighty Allah be upon His last prophet, Prophet Muhammad. Welcome to another interesting and informative program by the Oaths of the Holy Qur'an. In today's program, we would be discussing the miracles of the Ayatul Kursi and its importance in one's life. The whole of the Holy Quran is a miracle from Almighty Allah. Each and every surah and verse is so perfectly designed, have such a perfect and weighted syntax that it mesmerizes its reader. If approached through positive attitude, it unleashes its miracles to its reader even today after more than 1400 years, and would continue to do so, as it was the foremost miracle given to Prophet Muhammad, upon whom blessings and salutations of Almighty Allah are. Before discussing the importance of Ayatul Kursi in one's life, it seems appropriate to shed some light on a few of the miracles of the verse. In this way, we would better understand the majestic nature of the one with whom we are developing our bond, and hence the importance of developing our bond with him. The Ayatul Kursi is composed of total 9 sentences. Every sentence is perfectly related with its following sentence. The amazing thing is that it is quite unbelievable to observe that the first 4 sentences have something in common with the last ninth, eighth, seventh, and sixth sentences, respectively. The first sentence has something in common with the ninth, the second with the eighth, the third with the seventh, and fourth with the sixth sentence. The first sentence says, Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum. And the ninth sentence is, wa huwa al-aliyyul azim. The first sentence ends with two of the attributes of Almighty Allah, Al-Hayy and Al-Qayyum. Similarly, the last sentence also ends with two of the attributes of Almighty Allah, Al-Ali and Al-Azim. These are the challenging words with which Almighty Allah began His challenge, that it is only Allah who is Al-Hayy, the one who has perfect life and gives life, and Al-Qayyum, the one who sustains and protects all that exists. And after making his utmost claims, as we would see shortly, in the end, he again reminded the reader and listener of his mighty status, that it is only Allah who is Al-Ali, the Most High, and Al-Azim, the Most Supreme. The second sentence says, لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم. And the eighth one says, ولا يؤوده حفظهما. If you want something to be looked after, you would definitely guard it 24 hours a day and never ever lose concentration from it. If you are watching over the same thing throughout the time, you certainly get bored, drowsy, and lose concentration, and definitely would get some rest and sleep to get back your energy, get refreshed, and recollect your concentration. But this is not the matter with Almighty Allah, as he clearly says that no slumber can seize him nor sleep. He doesn't get drowsy, he doesn't get bored, he doesn't get tired, and he feels no fatigue in guarding and preserving them. Whatever he has created, the entire universe, He is looking after it. He is protecting it. He is preserving it. He is guarding over it. And while doing so, he doesn't get tired. He doesn't get fatigued. And these things are something which are of major nature. Even the minor thing that no slumber, no drowsiness can overtake him, can seize him. The third sentence says, له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض. And the seventh sentence says, وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض. From the very first look, it seems that both of these sentences are similar. They are similar in meaning. Yes, they are similar, but both these two sentences describe two very wide aspects. The third sentence talks about the chairship, the ownership of Almighty Allah, that it is He to whom belongs, who owns the entire universe, the heavens and the earth, and whatever therein. His chairship extends to the entire universe. And the seventh sentence talks about His authority, that Almighty Allah is the one who presides over the entire universe. It is He whose authority, whose command was, is, and would be enforced upon the entire universe. So the third sentence talks about the ownership, that the entire universe is owned by Almighty Allah. And the seventh sentence talks about the authority, His command, that it is He whose command, His authority was, is, and would be prevailed in the entire universe. It's not something like this that he owns something, but his authority is not exercised upon that thing. Or his authority is exercised, but he doesn't own that thing. No, that's not the case. He both owns and his authority prevails upon the entire universe and whatever therein. The fourth sentence says, من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه. And the sixth one says, ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء. The word shafa'a in Arabic is defined as طلب الخير للغير. That is asking for good from someone. For example, if you are working somewhere and you have some issues with your supervisor or manager or whoever, and there is this person of very good reputation, and you just go to him and ask for his help, and then he comes in, he steps into the situation and talks to your supervisor or manager, who or whoever he is, and says that, just go easy on him, uh, he's with me. So this is what basically shafa'a is. And this is what Almighty Allah is talking about, that there is none who can come before the Almighty and intercede for anyone except if He gives permission. And the fifth sentence again highlights His will, that it is He who has the absolute knowledge of each and every person before Him. He knows what good and the bad deeds he has committed and is well aware of the replies that he is giving, whether they are true or false. So, again, the fourth sentence and the sixth sentence have something in common, that they both talk about intercession. They talk about the will, the knowledge of Almighty Allah. That the person who are present in front of him, he knows, he has absolute knowledge of them. He knows very well about them, that what they have committed. After going all of the eight sentences, we have seen how correlated they are to each other. The first with the ninth, the second with the eighth, the third with the seventh, and the fourth with the sixth. Now there is only one sentence left, which says, يَعْلَمُ مَا بَيْنَ أَيْدِيهِمْ وَمَا خَلْفَهُم. He knows what is before or after or behind them. Right in the middle of the whole verse, Almighty Allah says, He claims that He knows whatever is before or after them. There is no concept of being hidden from Almighty Allah. He is claiming that he knows whatever has, whatever is, and whatever is about to pass. He knows the past, he knows the present, he knows the future. He has perfect knowledge. Whatever you are doing before anyone or in loneliness, even thoughts you have in your minds, He knows each and every bit about them. And just to give a little bit taste of his absolute knowledge and wisdom, he has placed this very sentence, sentence number 5, right in the middle of the whole of the Ayatul Kursi, just to show us, just to let us know that nothing can slip out of his knowledge. Subhanallah. And you know what? The middle word of Ayatul Kursi is the word Ya'lamu, which means He knows. Almighty Allah knows. Another amazing thing, that not only this sentence is the middle sentence of the Ayatul Kursi, but even the very first word with which this middle sentence is beginning is also the middle word of Ayatul Kursi, which is Ya'lamu. He knows. Almighty Allah knows. Who speaks like this? Every syntax is so perfectly designed. Every sentence, every word is so perfectly weighted and balanced. Subhanallah. Now we come to the numerical miracles of the Ayatul Kursi. The word Allah's revelation in Arabic is Wahyullah. The word Wahyullah is composed of Waw, Ha, Ya, Alif, Lam, and Ha, total of 6 letters. If we count the occurrence of these letters, these 6 letters in Ayatul Kursi, we would find that the letter Waw has occurred 16 times in whole of the Ayatul Kursi. The letter Ha has occurred 3 times, the letter Ya 17 times, Alif 39 times, Lam 25 times, and the letter Ha has occurred 14 times. If we add all of these occurrences, we get the total sum of 114. 114, that is the total number of surahs, chapters in the Holy Qur'an. The word Al Qur'an, the very first attributive name of Allah mentioned in the verse is Al Hayy. The total number of words in this sentence are 6. These 6 words are composed with Alif, Lam, Ha, Waw, Ha, and Ya. Again, 6 letters. The holy book of Muslims is Al Quran. Again, 6 letter word. Amazing. The amazement doesn't end over here. After these 6 letters, the very first letter used in the sentence is Qaf. Qaf for Quran. And not only that, the letter Qaf in this sentence appears at 21st position in letter count from the beginning of the verse. You won't believe that in Arabic alphabetic order, the letter Qaf also appears at 21st position. Isn't that amazing? Ayatul Kursi begins with the name of Almighty Allah and ends with one of the attributive names of Almighty Allah, Al-Azim. This word appears at 5244th position in word count from the beginning of the Quran. If this digit is broken, you get 2 times 23 times 114. The digit 2 denotes the second number of surah that contains Ayatul Kursi. The digit 23 denotes the total number of years during which Quran was revealed. and the digit 114 denotes the total number of surahs in the Holy Qur'an. Isn't that amazing? You just can't stop discovering the miracles in this beautiful verse. The negating word La has appeared 5 times in Ayatul Kursi. Another amazing fact is that this verse mentions 5 names of Almighty Allah. Allah, Al-Hayy, Al-Qayyum, Al-Ali, and Al-Azim. The word Allah appears in Ayatul Kursi at 5166th place in word count from the beginning of Surah Al-Baqarah. Similarly, the word Al-Hayy 5171st place, Al-Qayyum 5172nd place, Al-Ali 5214th place, and Al-Azim 5215th place. If you add up these numbers, you get sum of 25,938. If you break this digit, you would get 99 times 262. 99 is the total number of names of Almighty Allah, and the digit 262 denotes the total number of verses from the beginning of the Holy Qur'an till Ayatul Kursi. Subhanallah. The more you explore, the more you get amazed by the miracles that are present in Ayatul Kursi. If the total number of names of Almighty Allah is multiplied by total number of times it has occurred, you would get 25. This quite unbelievingly equals to sum of all the letters that are used in these 5 names. Not only that, if you add up these digits, you would get 10. This again amazingly equals to the total number of letters that are used in these 5 names. The first pair of attributive names used in Ayatul Kursi is Al-Hayy Qayyum, and the second pair of attributive names used is Al-Aliyyul Azim. It is also quite unbelievable because both the words Al-Hayy and Al-Ali end with the letter Ya, and both have 4 letters if counted non-repetitively. Similarly, the word Al-Qayyum and Al-Azim ends with the letter Mim and have 6 letters if counted non-repetitively. After going through few of the miracles in Ayatul Kursi, let us now discuss importance of Ayatul Kursi in one's life. Tawheed. To believe in complete oneness of Allah is the fundamental article of Islamic faith. This verse sheds some light on the attributes of Almighty Allah as being sole and absolute to Him and their connection in one's life. By discussing few of the attributes, the verse enlightens the believer about the God he believes in and strengthens his belief that the matters are under the best supervision and wisdom. The believer is reminded of the very fact that it is Allah alone who is absolute and has the sole authority over the entire universe, and there is none compared to him in any way whatsoever. Therefore, no one should be wandering off on the doorsteps of others for his needs except before Almighty Allah. When the belief is embedded that Allah is watching all the time, a believer refrains from all kinds of moral and social evils. The verse indeed is a journey to attaining spiritual purity. With this, we come to the end of another great episode presented to you by the Pearls of the Holy Qur'an. Jazakallah for watching. Join us in spreading the word of Allah by subscribing the channel for interesting explanations like this and many more. In the next upcoming videos, some more linguistic miracles of the Holy Quran would be discussed. Until then, take care and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.